we're going to continue to work on this doll. I just keep on wanting to call her Cecile, but she is not. And again, the big focus on her is going to be this hair. So I'm going to take it down. I'm going to be getting ready to wash it. I'm going to show you how I'm going to wash it. And so her hair is really not that bad. It's not as in much need of attention as Kaya's hair was. So I'm going to get her ready for washing. I'm going to cover her eyes with cotton balls and a little bit of painter's tape and cover her body with a Walmart bag. And then I'll meet you by the sink. So this is great because I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So I put just a little dab of shampoo in her hair and then I've rinsed it out. And now I'm going to put some conditioner in her hair and let it set for 5 minutes. And again, not too much conditioner. It's not as much hair as us. There we go. Rub it around. And I'm going to focus mostly on her ends, not so much her roots. And I'm going to let this set for 5 minutes. Then we'll come back and wash it out. Now I'm going to rinse this out before I put in the deep conditioner. And the deep conditioner I'll let set in for about 10 minutes. All right, now I'm not too concerned if it's all out since I'm still doing a deep conditioner, but I'm trying to make sure I've got all that conditioner out. And now we're ready for the deep conditioner. I'm going to take a generous amount of that. And there really isn't a specific reason that I'm using this kind of shampoo. It's just what I use on myself. So it's what I have. It's not because I think that her plastic hair is curly and this is going to help her curls. I don't really think that makes a difference on American Girl doll hair. Maybe not having sulfates and such in it, but besides that. All right. Make sure we've got that conditioner in there. Now, on regular hair, I can either let this set without a bag covering it or with a bag. I'm just gonna let it set. A little bit of fuzz. And we'll leave that for 15 minutes. And it's time to rinse out the deep conditioner. Again, with water that's not too hot. More like, it's a little on the cooler side. While I let her hair just kind of drip dry, so it's not soaking wet, I'm going to go and set up my area to start brushing her hair out. And I'm just gonna brush it out first, I think, and then put the curlers in it second. I have the doll flipped upside down because I want to start with the back of her hair. I still have a nice spray bottle here because some of these parts are more dry than they should be. And we don't want to brush her hair while it's dry. Now this is my first curly hair doll, so I'm not exactly sure what's going to work, but I'm going to try the little metal pick I got first. I didn't want to order one from American Girl because I didn't want to wait on it. And I'm just going to start at the ends of her hair and pick it out. So we'll just see how all this goes. I'm probably going to definitely have to go back over it with another comb or brush. I'll try and stay away from the wire brush since that's really not what's recommended. But so I just kind of wanted to show you. I'm going to go through this and I'm going to do my best to try to section it out and just start at the ends. It didn't take me long to change my mind. I started using this comb, the flea and tick comb for dogs. I started using this on her hair instead. I didn't feel like the pick was really getting out all of the tangles, so that's what I'm doing now. And I just do it the same way. I start down at the ends and go up towards the top of her head. So I haven't taken her hair down yet to look at it, but this is after just going through it with the flea comb and using water and just going through section by section. So let's go ahead and take her hair down. Looks like her hair was parted on the side. So it looks quite a bit better. I'm looking at the ends of her hair, and I think I am going to actually flat iron this and then curl it. So if you can see the back of her hair, yes, it's quite dry. So that's what I'm going to do. Give me a moment to grab the flat iron. I was going to wait and continue this video tomorrow, but I tend to get a little obsessive and I really just want to see how her hair will look once I take the straightener to it. So the flat iron. I should be able to get her hair curly again after I flat iron it, but I'm not exactly for certain. But I just know that I want her hair to be more shiny and easier to brush through. It might be hard to brush through because it's curly, but we'll see how it goes. So I'll walk you through these first parts and just kind of show you how I'm going to do this, but then I'm going to do the rest off camera because it's just easier. So I made sure I separate her hair, and I'm just starting at the back of her head because it's easiest for me. And now I'm going to spray her hair and get it fairly wet, not so it's dripping wet, but wet enough. I'm not going to do this whole piece at one time. I'm going to use my little comb here. And just separate a part out. I'm going to make that a little bit more wet. I definitely do not want the flat iron to burn her hair. All right. I'm going to set my flat iron to the lowest setting of 1, which is 100 degrees, I believe. And we're just going to give that a moment to heat up. Flat iron should be hot enough now. And let's give it a try. And I don't leave it on there for too long. I'm not recommending that you do this to your dolls. This is just what I'm going to do to this one to see if I can restore her curls. Please remember that I also got this doll for free. If I have to end up rewigging her or giving her a different hairstyle, it's not going to break my heart. It will just be the way that she is. Now I remember last time I turned this up a little bit more in between 1 and 2 because 1 is not quite hot enough. Now while I was waiting, I went ahead and brushed through the rest of the back and got it a little wet. Her hair seems like it doesn't hold moisture. And that's a start. So I'm going to go ahead and do this all over her whole entire head. And then when I get about halfway done, I'll come back and show you what it's looking like. And I'll see you back here shortly. As you can see, her hair is coming along very well. There's some places in the back that look a little bumpy because her hair is cut that way. It's supposed to be curly, not straight. Hopefully I'll get this finished up tonight, and then I can show you what it looks like all straightened before I recurl it. And here is the new doll with her hair all straightened out. It's really pretty, but you can tell that she's meant to be a curly haired doll. So I'm going to go ahead and get out those soft curlers and get started. This is my first time using soft curlers ever, not only just on a doll, but just period. My hair is naturally curly and I never use curlers on it. But let's go ahead and see how this is gonna work out. All right, I did my first one off camera since it's my first time doing these. I'm definitely struggling quite a bit, so if you have suggestions, please put them in the comments below. I did look at some YouTube videos, but I guess they didn't really help me, so I'll try again. All right, so going to try to curl this. I am assuming there has to be an easier way. And I hope this is really like easier to do like on your own hair, because I can't really imagine doing this on a daily basis. This is just interesting. And I'm just doing the video for fun because I know I'm probably looking like a hot mess right now, and I figure that's okay. We all have to learn somewhere. And hopefully again I'll get suggestions or just get better as I do her whole head. And so I think I'm supposed to bend these. Yeah. No. I mean, this is like, it's supposed to be down because that's where her curl's at. But then I guess maybe I didn't twist it up tight enough. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to do the bottom part that I sectioned off to start with anyways, because I'm sure I'll have room for improvement. These are kind of long for her head, but I guess they'll work. And I see that some other people, they'll do like a pencil or the end of a comb. I'm laughing because I'm sure I look like I'm struggling. And I wanted them to stay in her hair until it was dry. I don't know why. I act like I curl hair like all the time. I have never really. And since my hair is curly, anytime I've curled it with a curling iron, it just holds the curl, so it's never been a big deal. Well, that one looks like the ends look like they're gonna be crazy, but at least it looks like I actually wrapped my hair tight enough that it's gonna hold. So I'm just going to do the rest of her hair here, and then I'll wait probably maybe about 20 minutes, 40 minutes for those curls to dry, and we'll see what it looks like. All right, these have been sitting for a little while, and we're gonna go ahead and take some of them out and see what our curls look like. So these were the first ones I did. I think the ones I did towards the end turned out a little bit better. I will definitely probably be recurling that. So far, I'm definitely not impressed with my abilities here. That one's a little bit better. I'm a little happier about that curl. So that was my first attempt at recurling the new doll's hair. I'd say it could have gone worse, but definitely needs to go better. So I will be redoing that. All right, I think I finally have this curl thing kind of figured out. It took me a while. And here are the curls that are underneath. So I did 2 sections. This was my first section. Not the best. I'll have to go back in and redo some of this. And then this was my next section, my second one. And now I'm going to show you how I'm going to work on this third section, just because I feel like I'm doing a little. All right, so now we're going to curl this piece. Get it pretty wet because it just makes it easier to kind of get everything to stick together. Then we're going to take one of our rollers here and I'm going to do my best to roll the ends around it. So kind of get it together a little bit. Then I'll let that set. I just have a couple more pieces to finish. I'm going to do those off camera because it's easier. And then I'm going to let it set for about 24 hours. I forgot to come back after I put in the other set of curlers, but this is the last round of curlers. And so I'm going to take these out with you. Now I'm definitely going to have to go back through her hair. I'm going to need to use these curlers again or use my finger to just make her curls a lot nicer. But I'm really happy with the way this turned out as far as getting her curls to curl up again. Now, if I could go back, I probably wouldn't have straightened her hair. So it did get rid of the frizzes, but I think if I would have put in some work, I could have gotten rid of a lot of the frizzes without straightening it. And it just didn't, this recurling process did not turn out the way I thought it would. It was a lot more challenging. And so far, yeah, I don't know. We'll see when it's done. So we're just going to take all these out and I'll come back and show you what her hair looks like before I go through and start touching it up. So this is her hair now. I think it looks almost crazier than when I started. So I think her hair looks almost crazier than when I started. So I definitely need to do some touch-ups, but at least the frizzies are gone. So that's good. But yeah, this just needs to be tamed. So to tame her hair, I'm going to be using the soft curlers again. But this time I'm not actually going to let them set. I'm just going to, and I'll show you a little bit of that process, but I'm just going to wet the hair a little bit. I'm going to wet it ahead of time with my spray bottle. And then I am going to use this pick to pick out her curls in the sections that I want them to be in. And once they're picked in the sections I want them to be in, then I'm going to use this soft curler to just form the curl around it, and then I'll let it go. Now some of these straight pieces, I may have to let a curler sit in overnight. All right, when I'm ready to do that, I'll come back and show you. And it looks like really, and I noticed when I was filming her the other day that I really need to clean up her face a lot better. I'll end up trying to use a magic eraser on that, and I'll do another video on that. All right, see you back here shortly. So this is how her hair's turned out so far. This side's all the way dry. This side isn't quite all the way dry yet and has some straight pieces. But it'll curl back up. And I think maybe now I've figured out the curlers a bit, but I would definitely appreciate comments below to help me out with this, just using the curlers, really. And if you've recurled hair, please, please comment. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe below. I will work on her hair more. Right now, I'm just kind of taking a pause on her so I can work on the dollhouse. And I will be doing videos on the dollhouse in a small space. I'm putting it in my closet. Everybody's dollhouses seem to be huge. Mine, the rooms will be big, but the house itself will not be big. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today.